going to get started now. So today's session is all about number and place value. So we're going to talk about different things in particular. For mums and dads, there's certain things children between the ages of 5 to 7 have to learn in numeracy as well as different areas. But one of them is they need to learn and identify how to represent numbers using objects or picture representations, using the number line and use language like equal to, more than, less than, fewer, most, least, using all this mathematical terminology wherever possible. Year 2 need to know that they can identify, represent and estimate numbers using different representations. Like we said, it could be a picture, it could be a number line, anything like that. So we're just going to have a go at a few activities like that today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my camera and make sure you can see this. Yes, you can. I've just written a number on my whiteboard. So the number is 243. Each one of these numerals represents a certain type of units. So the 2 represents 100s. The 4 represents tens, and the 3 represents units or single digits. So in this column we can see there are 2 lots of 100, 2 times 100. We can see here there are 4 lots of 10, and there are 3 lots of 1. We're going to have a go at an activity, an exercise as to why it's important we understand the values of these units and how we can use them to represent numbers differently and to work things out quickly. So I'm going to be showing you a number line on my computer today. If you are looking for a number line and you haven't got one yourself, you could draw one yourself if you wished. Or there is an example of some that I put on today's lesson links. There are the blank number lines, which you can obviously put together to make much bigger ones if you wanted to write your own out. Or we've got our giant number line from 0 all the way up to 100, which you can cut out and do. I'm going to show you one on the computer because it's a bit more effective, given that you're not in my kitchen with me doing my maths together. So let me see, let's put these back together. So first things first, I had a quick look around my house and I thought, right, I want to find a collection of objects where there's lots of them, where I don't know how many there are, and we're going to group the objects into different amounts of units together. So I went and walked into my conservatory and found my camera down, a big box. No idea how many pegs are in this box whatsoever. So one way we could find out is I could go and count them all. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might take a little while. Instead, I'm going to ask people to do something first of all, because this is something we're going to practice more and more of, is I'm going to ask everyone to estimate how many they think there are first of all. So, to estimate, it just needs to be a sensible guess. The only information you've got is what you can see. So, estimate how many pegs you think there are. I'm going to take a look in the chat and see who has got any sensible guesses for me. Let me see. I do apologise if you're waiting for me to respond to any answers. It's just that there is a delay on the stream, about 20 to 30 seconds. Wait for a few and then I'll answer them and then we'll move on. Lola thinks there might be 35. That's a good estimation, I reckon. Alfie thinks there's going to be 36. Ruhi thinks 25. 10 from Eden. Okie dokie. Lara thinks about 30. 27 says Ruby. Isabella thinks 20 and Max thinks 21. 20 from Chloe. 30 from Max and Sydney. I'll have a couple more. And Aisha thinks there might be 100. So, Alex thinks there might be 30. I'm going to move back to, so look at people's estimations now. Thank you everyone for their sensible guesses, their estimations. Now we're going to try an exercise to check. And there's a quicker way of counting these. We're going to group the pegs into groups of 10. So, what we will do is we'll go 1. Can you see that? 1 moment. The camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pegs all together. What I'm going to do now, I know there are 10 there. I'm going to put them all together in one space. There we go. I know in this bag I have got 10 pegs. I'm going to do the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done that right? I think I have. Okay. One thing you'll notice I'm doing this week, boys and girls, is I'm going to be checking my answers. As last week, I did a maths lesson for children between the ages of, I think it was 7 to 9, and I got one of my answers incorrect because I didn't check my answers. So I'm doing that very carefully this week. So we're going to do some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. 2 lots of 5. 10. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 2 lots of 10. Make another 10. Oh, lots of pencils for me, everyone. Try and tidy this up. So let's count how many lots of 10 I've just got. 1, 2, 4. 4 lots of 10s. Working out where to put these on camera. But I've also still got some items left. Now you've got some more information to go on. Can you see that? Let me move them a little bit for the camera. Here we are. That's your information now. I think some people might be able to make an even more accurate guess now. Now we know we've got 4 lots of 10 and those left over. We'll go through the terminology properly in a moment. It's going to go back to the estimations. Ooh, I can see people have been working out. Well done, William. Well done, Sahasra. See, people are now using the information in front of them now. We've got some more information for estimating. Well done, Ruhi. Well done, Ruby. Well done, Lara. Well done, Alfie. Well done, Alfie. 2 Alfies. Well done, both Alfie. Well done, Sydney. Well done, Alex. Isabella and Max, well done as well. So, lots of people are giving me the correct answer now in saying how many there are. What I'd like to do is I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. I'm going to talk about it. So, first things first. We made a group of objects each time. We were making bags of pegs in 10s. So let me pull up my number line first of all. Here it is. Here we are. So here we've got the number line, and we're going to be counting in 10. So rather than counting each peg, like so, as though we were counting like this, we were going 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that went a bit squiffy. Instead of doing it that way, we're going to do it like this. So, first of all, we started with none, and the first bag of pegs, we got 10. So a big jump all the way up to 10. Next one. Another bag of 10, so we jump all the way up 10 more. It takes us to 20. So 10, 20. Another 10 takes us up to 30. 30. We move my number line up. Here we are. And then from 30, we jump another 10. And we go to 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. First things first. So, rub out our number that we started with. This column was for tens. This column was for tens. You might not be able to see it's a bit small, but we'll go through it again in the end. And we've got 4 lots of tens. Next, we're not counting in tens anymore. We've finished off with our tens. The bags are finished. We've got some pegs in front of us. We actually have, as some of you have already worked out, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lots of 1 or units. Here we are. Board. So we're going to do 4 in units. So we're going to do smaller jumps now of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer, as a lot of you are putting, is 44. Well done to you. What I'm going to do now is I'll just pull you back to my screen. So there's going to be a lot of jumping backwards and forwards to do. Not like that, but like this we are. Lots of jumping backwards and forwards today, so I can share everything with you. So, as I was doing the whiteboard, it wasn't rather small. We said, how many lots of tens did we have? We had 4 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 tens. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4 pegs. So 4 lots of 1. So the number is 44. As we go. Next, we're going to put some pegs away. You see, I've just got rid of 1 lot of 10. In front of you again. I'd like to have another go at estimating how many pegs are here. How many pegs are here? How many lots of 10 are there? And how many lots of 1 are there? Just see if I can see everything. Do you think there are more or less pegs now? Now I've put some away. More or less? Susie and Ruby think they've got the right answer. I think they might be right. Nicholas, Max, well done. Lara thinks that. Alfie thinks this. This is good. Thank you. Perfect. Lots of correct answers. Well done. Harry, Lola, Christina, Sahasra, and Jackie saying there, less. I think you are correct. There should absolutely, well done, Christina, be less pegs as I've taken some away. So naturally, there is going to be less here. So what we'll do again is we'll just go have a look at the number line to represent this amount before we write it down. So I'll put myself back in the middle. Here we are. Here. And here we go. So we want to get rid of this one. Finish with that number line. Let's count our jumps once again. So counting tens first of all. We're going to do a big jump in 10 for 1 lot of 10. So 10, 20, 30, and the 2 left. 1, 2. So the answer, as everyone was saying, is 32. Bring you back to me. Juggling today, everyone, with the cameras and everything. Here we go. So, this was our last answer. We had 3 lots of 10 to make 30. And we had 2 lots of 1. So the answer, of course, was 32. Once again, let's do it one more time. Taking a bag of paper. Take those away. That's the information we've got once more. This time, when we go to our number line, I can remember how to do it. That's right. So how many pegs do we think we have now? And do you think there are more or less? Well done, Ruby. More or less, and if you'd like to have a sensible guess, estimation as to how many there are now. Yes, Lara, absolutely. Well done. Well done, Thomas. Excellent. Well done, Lorenzo. Excellent answering. Excellent terminology. I'd like to see that we're using the terminology we're speaking of. Oh, excellent answer there. I like that one. Ah, it's disappeared. The comments keep moving. There we go. Perfect. So, we're going to go back to our number line again. This time, we're going to disappear. A bit easier. I didn't disappear. I've done the wrong one. I'm having fun with technology today. Come on, Mr. Camera. Is that you now? Yes. There we go. Back to the number line. So as you can see, the numbers have disappeared. But we know zero's over here. Now let's see if people are correct. So we counted in tens. Giving myself a challenge now. There's one out of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I've lost it. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it was there. And we have one more. Let's see if I got it right with my estimations. We did. Well done, everybody. We got the number 21. So once again, as someone put in the chat, keep forgetting to bring it back to camera. That's not going to work. As someone said, we've got 2 lots of 10. Oh, strange too. 2 lots of 10. And 1 lot of units, 1 lot of singles. Next. The pigs away now. Eggs. Next. Some more estimation. Got these yesterday actually. Some good ones. Absolutely no idea how many grapes there are altogether, but I thought we'd have a go. Get rid of our column now. Oh, right, let's do that first of all. First of all, showing the camera. Lots and lots of grapes. Estimations, please. How many grapes do you think there are going to be here? We're going to be working them out bit by bit. Interesting, William. Interesting, Alfie. Ooh, Lara thinks that's many. Rookie. Do you think there are more grapes than there are pegs or less? Lindsay. Interesting. Alex and Archie estimated, so has Molly. Rayhan thinks that many. Thomas thinks that many. Well, let's take a look. Thankfully, I had a look at the grapes this morning and I discovered that I could break them down into smaller groups. Let's see if the camera's picking all those up. Almost. So let me move them. Some grapes here. Some grapes here. Let's move them out. Spread them out so you can see them. Make sure you can see them all. So, let's see if we can do this. And in theory, we're going to work. So we've got E, got C, D, E. What I've done with all the grapes is I've broken them down into smaller groups, rather than one big group. You can't quite see, this group over here is A, this one here is B, this one here is C, this one here is D, and this group here is E. First of all, which group do you think is the biggest? Which one has the most number of grapes? You're going to have to estimate them out using the information you can see and that you know. Which set of groups do you think is the biggest? Well done, Isabella and Max. The far left, yes, it's group number. It's the group. This group. I'm giving them a name to make it a bit easier. Well done, Thomas. Well done, Alex. You're all correct. Group of grapes A is the biggest. I can see it has the biggest number of grapes. And when I had a count of them, A had 58 grapes. They had 5 lots of 10 and 8 singles. 58 grapes. Next, which group do you think is the smallest? So we know this one is the biggest, it had 58. But which of these 4 remaining groups do you think is the biggest? Sorry, the smallest. The smallest, we've already done biggest. Oh, dearie me. Well done, Sandy. I think you might have to guess how many are in the smallest group as well. It's a bit obvious. Well done, Ruby. Well done, Isabella and Max. Well done, Caitlin, you are correct. Group D only has 1 grape. Only has 1 grape in it. So, next we need to start organising the rest of the grapes. So, which lot of these 5 lots of grapes do you think is the second biggest? The second biggest. Which set of grapes, group of grapes even, do you think is the second largest? Again, we are estimating because you haven't counted them yourselves. Oh, Sammy seems to think. Isabella and Max and Alfie, well done. Monta, well done. Well done, Lara. Well done, Chloe. Well done, Caitlin. Well done, Ruhi. Oh, lots and lots of good working out. Excellent. I think you are correct. The second largest, as we've already known, this group is the largest with 58. The next largest was between these 3 groups here. And as you quite rightly pointed out, this group looks bigger, and it is. It's the second largest group because in that group we had Group E 28. 28 grapes. There was 2 lots of 10, and then there was 8 singles, 8 units. Right. Next, which bunch of grapes, or group of grapes, I guess, is the second smallest? Looking for the second smallest group now. There's only 2 we don't know. Well done, Alfie. Well done, Monta. Well done, William. Well done, Lorenzo. Well done, Diana. Excellent, Lara. Well done to you at home. You are correct. The second smallest was between these two groups. And as you can see, this one does look quite a bit smaller than that one because on this group of grapes there were 7 grapes. So now you know that this group is left over, and I'm going to put them in. No, I'm not going to put them in order. I don't need to for this. We now know that this one is the one in the middle. It's the middle amount. It is both bigger than this group, so it's bigger than 7, but we know it's smaller than 28. So let's go to our number line. Oh, no, wrong one. I'll just get rid of this, and I need to put you on camera so you can see it. It'll disappear for a moment, everyone. Oh, it's done the same thing again. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. The computer does not want to play nice today. Keeps clicking on the wrong thing for me. Here we go. Right. All I want to do very quick, go on to the number line. So as we were saying, the group that we're going to have next, the group we just measured, the second smallest, had 7 grapes in it. The next group after this one, the second largest, had 28. So the next group, B, has a certain number of grapes, but it's got to be between the values of 7 and 28. So choose a number between 7 and 28. See if you can work out how many grapes. I'll give you one more clue. It is an even number. It is an even number. Excellent, Alfie. I just need to keep scanning back to check on answers at the same time. Isabella thinks 18, Max thinks 12. Excellent. We have another estimation. And as I said, it's even numbers. So if you are struggling to find the even numbers, here we go. Here are the even numbers if you are a bit unsure. Sorry if it's covering up the numbers a bit too much. Let's see what people's estimations are. Interesting. Ooh, Krish, I'm asking for even numbers if we could. I'll bring up the number line for you. Good try, but you need to choose one of these numbers, please, young man, as these are our even numbers. And the answer for this one was, it actually had, change the colour again, we'll go for green, it had 16 grapes altogether. 16. Now we're going to do something on camera. It's going to be a bit, not technical. We're going to have a go at working out all together. Now we've got each group broken down. We're now going to see if we can work out, using the tens and the units, how many grapes there are all together. So I'm just going to move the grapes out of the way. I'm going to have to wash them again to keep touching them. So convert it this way for now while I just write down the numbers. So we've got 58. Sorry if my pen's starting to run out. 16. We've got 7. We've got 1. 28. We rub out these now. Hopefully my pen's going to last to the end of the session, everybody. So we've got the numbers, the values, all 5 groups. I've written them one above each other, and I've been very careful so that the units are above each other, and so are the tens. This is what we're going to do. People sometimes work things out differently in different schools, but I'm going to show you this way of working out all together how many there are. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add up each one of the units, all the numbers here, the 8, the 1, the 7, the 6, and the 8. We're going to add all of those together. We'll just do one at a time so we can work it out steadily. So, we're going to start with the 8. We're going to add 6 to it. So it goes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. After 14, we're going to add 7 to that. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Add 1 to 21, gives us 22. If we add 8 to that, it will give us 30 altogether. This is where we get clever now. So we're going to write 0, because that's how many units are in 30. But there are 3 lots of 10 in 30. And we don't write the tens in this column. This is where we write units. So what we're going to do, we're going to hide a sneaky little 3 just here. We're going to carry it on. Now we're going to count the tens. So we start with 5. So it's 5 plus 1, 6. We're going to add 2 more stacks. So we have 6, so 7, 8. And then we've got the sneaky lots of 3 tens here that carried over from units. So we had 8. So it was 9, 10, 11. 11 lots of 10 is 110. So we had 1 lot of 10s left. And then 1 lot, we talked about this at the beginning, of 100. So the answer altogether is 110 grapes. Don't worry if you found this bit a little bit tricky. You might not have done it yet, but I want to give something just to challenge those who may have seen this before. So altogether, I had lots of fun this morning before I started the maths lesson of counting how many grapes there were. Just the normal things you did. But rather than count them all in one go, I counted them in groups and added those groups together to work out the answer. I'm afraid that is the end of today's math session. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for taking part and for your excellent answers and estimations. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I'll be back this time next week for another math lesson for children between the ages of 5 to 7. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.